Okay, so we're back from Queensland, so that was great. We got to see both of our families up there, and we haven't seen them for a while now because it was sort of before COVID and everything got locked down and all that sort of stuff. So, yes, got to see, family and stuff and, kids that have grown up and things like that. Back from Swordcraft Quest, which was sort of on again properly now that, again, things have opened up. We have gone to one since, but that was still kind of half locked down and weird and not many people turned up to it, so this is the big proper one again. Here's some photos and things like that. We didn't get any video while we were there, but there's lots and lots of photos. It is kind of weird to walk around filming a video and something like this. People tend to look at you and go, can you fucking not? You're ruining my immersion. But it was very fun. We had a lovely time. And now we're back to the game. So let's see what we've been up to. Okay, so lots of things have happened because it has been a sort of while since we did a video, which, by the way, has been nice. I do like making these videos and that sort of thing, but, I mean, really, from my perspective, I've been making, a video a month since pretty much the start of Bannerman with little breaks in there. There was, a couple of months off between Bannerman and starting on Sunken Halls, but, not really. There was only, a little bit of a gap between going, oh, yep, time for the next game. So I kind of feel like I've been making a video a month for 6 years now or something. So it was nice to have a little bit of time off and just sort of not do that and actually just keep working on the game, that sort of thing. It's always a bit of an interruption. You kind of get to the last week of the month and you're like, all right, time to start filming rather than work on whatever you're working on. It kind of interrupts things a bit. But it's good because then you all get to see what's going on and, Yeah, what I've been up to is lots of things, actually. So a lot of characters that have previously been animated by Haley, they're all in now. Most of them are, with AI that works. I think at the moment I'm currently working on flying characters, of which there's a couple, making it so they can, fly over gaps, but not obviously fly over walls because that's sort of an enclosed area. But pretty much everything's working as it should. Enemies will now shoot over gaps and things like that as well when there's no walls in the way, so they can sort of ambush you on different levels. I've started on putting in the generation for the third level type, which is the sand level. That has started. The water level's generating very well at the moment. It needs a couple of tweaks. Just for the room sizes and things like that, but it's not doing it with any errors or anything like that like it was previously. I need to still make a nice water shader for it. I've been meaning to do that for ages, but that's going to be something that gets done way towards the end. Shaders, I'm awful at shaders. I hate doing them, and that can, that happens later. It's the prettification process that happens right down the line. I've rebalanced a bunch of weapons. I've changed the way a bunch of weapons work. Mostly ranged weapons I'm talking about here. I've changed how enemy ranged weapons actually interact as well, so enemies can now accidentally shoot each other in the back, which is amusing. I've always liked that sort of thing when you can sort of line enemies up and they shoot each other. As well as when they shoot each other, if I've basically nicked this wholesale from Quake, but in Quake, if enemies were sort of a different thing from each other, if they accidentally hit each other, they'll turn on each other and start fighting. And so they now do that. I've always thought that was cool, so I've just gone, happens here too. What else have we got? There's the music's basically all done. It needs a mastering pass, but pretty much all the music's finished at this point. Started the tile set for the last level, which I'm not going to show you. You find out when you play the game. It's I'm not showing you this boss either. And yeah, it's we're actually sort of deceptively close at the moment. It's because of the way because it's a procedural game and it's all building systems and then the systems interact and then you go and change the systems. It's kind of hard to judge how much there is left to do. Bannerman was all level based. So you're I've done 8 levels out of 10. It's about 80% done. Doesn't really, you can't compare it the same way, but we're pretty close. There's some things that need, some of the menus need sort of rejigging and things like that. I need to put in a lot of like quality of life things like tool tips and tutorials and all that sort of, you know, crap. But yeah, a lot more sound effects need to get made too. But it's, I don't know, it's looking kind of okay at the moment. Like, the goal is to get like all this sort of general gameplay working where there's no obvious stuff that doesn't work, and then get it out to our patrons who have been sitting there very patiently sitting there waiting for something that's playable. I always resist sending stuff out too early, because I always find out you send stuff out too early and people go, oh, is that it? That's shit. So I like to actually, I don't know, send it out pretty, not complete, but, you know, a lot more together than like an alpha, I would say. But I don't know, that shouldn't be too far away. It's going pretty good, actually. It's kind of, it's all starting to slot together.
Immediately, broadcast chamber 2 Alpha. Tardiness is a minor crime.
Okay, so last time we did a video, I was working on the God Sprite animations. So I'm still working on God Sprite animations because my aim is for you to be playing the game for the 12th time and just going, yeah, I've never seen him do that animation before. So I'm just trying to do so many different versions. And having all these different versions gives the sprite a lot of personality and stuff too. It's been a while since the last video, but there are a bunch that I showed you in that video that were wrong, so I had to redo. I was talking about making the animations modular, so combining the like emotion kind of face animations I already had with tentacles coming out doing other things. I've been working on putting all that together. And I've also been creating a list that I might get to down the line, which are like just special one-off animations that would be really cool to have, but are kind of, I guess, not totally necessary. So we'll see if I get to those, but it'd be cool to have some one-off animations that you only see on certain days of the year or something like that. Other thing I've got to get started on, Mike has given me this job because he knows I love making lists, is working out some lists for the level name generation. I've only just started having a very vague look at that, so I will talk about that probably next video, but I do like making lists, so that's something else that I will be doing. What else? That's it. God Sprite animations. I think I said this in the last video, but that's what I've been working on.
There are a lot of them, to be fair.
I'm gonna leave you with this giant GIF that I made. So this GIF has like 300 frames. It's the biggest GIF I've ever made. And it has got all there's like 7 different versions of the god pulling something out. So the god's gonna be able to pull out an item, and then it's gonna be like from the god's hand, a tentacle, and it's gonna appear in the game world. So there are, a whole bunch of different versions of it producing an item. Here you go.
This episode of Just Make Game presented in Batesy Vision.
Major funding for this episode of Just Make Game was provided by Vin Hill, Tyler Hiles,
Stumpy,
Roman Kovalev,
Mark Mulready,
Jason Tom Lee, Evan N,
Drop Bear Games,
Connor Bowen, Charlie Harper, Ben Kersnowski, Alan Pask, and viewers like you.
Alright, so, you know, that's it. That's what we're doing now. That's what we've been doing. That's what we're going to be doing next. Don't know, probably not going to be a video, you know, this month because it's got Christmas and that sort of thing in it, so you're probably not going to get one right on New Year's or anything like that. I don't know, the video schedule's a bit sort of at the moment. It's like every sort of month or so, mainly just because, I don't know, it's getting pretty close, and I kind of taking time off to make videos is kind of starting to drive me a little bit nuts. So I don't know, we'll see. It's just, you're going to get videos regardless. I'm just not sure exactly when they're going to come out. Sorry. See you next time. Don't know when that is.